Every year, thousands of British couples jet off to one sunny island to get hitched. Cyprus has become a marriage hotspot for UK brides and grooms-to-be. And keeping the confetti coming...
I made it on time.
Meet the British wedding planners.
Oh, fiddle-dee-do.
These expat troubleshooters...
That could have been a disaster, but I had to jump in.
...have traded in rainy Blighty for a life in the sun.
I can feel the sweat dripping everywhere.
Their mission? Planning hundreds of fantasy weddings every year. But getting their couples up the aisle...
You've literally got 6 minutes.
...isn't always plain sailing.
Come on, Superman!
So, can they please their brides, grooms and wedding guests?
In England, we like cold.
Who arrive by the plane load and deliver the dream weddings their clients have set their hearts on.
All I can say is, let action begin.
Today,
they've just gone completely wild.
big worries.
It'll go with my waistcoat.
Transport troubles.
I ordered a 6-seater limo and I've got a van.
And will rain stop play?
The weather this morning when I woke up, it was lashing down in Cyprus. Can you believe that?
Cyprus has a Mediterranean climate with long, dry and sunny summers from May to October, making it the perfect spot for a wedding abroad. Something 44-year-old wedding planner Vicky Squirrel knows all about.
Can't be that view. Stunning.
At the end of the day, when everything's gone smoothly and they've had the time of their lives, that to me gives me great job satisfaction.
Are you ready? Are you steady? Go.
Vicky has lived in Cyprus with her husband Lee and dog for 4.5 years.
Come on. Oh?
In that time, she's planned over 100 weddings.
Don't know what I'd do without my list. I'd love to say nothing ever goes wrong at one of my weddings, but life's life and things are always going to go wrong.
I made it on time.
Don't tell no one.
We roll with the punches.
It's just keeping calm, dealing with the issue at hand, doing whatever can be done to make the clients happy.
Entrusting their dream wedding to Vicky are 29-year-old Danielle and her soon-to-be husband, 28-year-old Anthony from Lancashire.
If you guys all put, from Josephine, if you can all put your stuff here. We nearly didn't get one of our suitcases, then we had to go to a completely different carousel and it had all of our table decorators in.
Danielle and Anthony have arrived in Larnaca with some of their wedding party just 2 days before the ceremony. They've chosen a seaside bar venue on the island's eastern shore overlooking the Mediterranean, followed by a reception for 55 guests for a budget of £15,000. Assistant restaurant manager Danielle met Anthony, a personal trainer, 3.5 years ago, but the path of true love hasn't run smoothly.
Anthony and I met on a popular dating app.
Didn't quite work out and I was always away. So once I left the army, I started my own business at a local gym. Danielle messaged me asking for a PT session and things just fell into place, really.
Along the way, the couple have had serious issues to deal with. Danielle has Crohn's disease, which is a chronic bowel condition.
When I was 16, all of a sudden, I just started having really bad stomach cramps and I was bleeding a lot. At my worst, I can go to the toilet about 40 times a day. I feel that Anthony is one of the most supportive men that I've ever met, especially with my illness. I was crying my eyes out, explaining everything that I've been through to him, and he just said, "Why don't you get a colostomy bag?" And it kind of shocked the hell out of me, because I thought nobody could ever love me if I had that. But Anthony was just like, "No, if it improves your life, I'm all for it." And he's stood by that all the way through. Never once has he complained, and he's just amazing.
I know.
With 2 days to go, planner Vicky has plenty to do to deliver their dream wedding.
Meeting Danielle and Anthony this morning. They're a lovely young couple, clearly very much in love.
But as she's based on the other side of the island, she's got challenges of her own.
It's my first wedding in Larnaca, so I've had to source some new suppliers for transport and those kind of things. What are you most nervous about?
Needing the toilet on the day.
Yeah.
I said to Anthony, if there's at any point that I turn around halfway down the aisle, that is the only reason why I'm doing it.
No,
I'm not
if
running
you turn
away.
around...
I'm not running away, I promise you.
One thing they're confident won't be an issue is the wedding venue, which they chose on a previous trip to Cyprus. They're here checking to see if it's as they remembered.
Oh, I do love it. Wow! It's just so lovely. I absolutely love it. Exactly how we remembered. Very bright, very open. How do you like it?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really nice. We're still happy with it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Good, because we're not changing it.
Danielle and Anthony may be happy, but with so much riding on the couple's perfect day, it's important that all of Vicky's organisation runs to plan.
Hopefully there'll be no last-minute panics.
As far as we know, it's Vicky's actual first wedding. I'm running it here. But I work in hospitality. I've worked with weddings, parties, functions, and so I do understand everything that goes on behind the scenes, and I do also know things that can go wrong.
This year, 1.5 million Brits plan to travel abroad to a wedding, either as a guest or to get married. And Cyprus is one of the top choices. From her shop in central Paphos,
here we are in my Aladdin's cave.
45-year-old Jo Hayworth has been planning weddings for over 6 years.
Last year! Woo! Always be prepared. That's your motto. Just want them to be happy, and that, for me, is what it's all about. On the day, you're going to go, wow.
Jo prides herself on creating the perfect day, no matter what's going on behind the scenes.
I need another 10. They give me their ideas, and it's for me to make sure that they have the best day ever. And we will make each and every single place look spectacular. Happy days.
We haven't found the arcade yet. It's not Blackpool.
Jo's next couple are from Shropshire. 33-year-old farm manager Robert and 25-year-old James, a restaurant manager.
Didn't expect it to be this hot.
This will be Jo's first same-sex wedding.
There is some big fish as well. We actually met in February 2010. It was just over 12 months of meeting. We went for a weekend away in Norwich, of all places. And James actually, he kept telling me all weekend that he wanted to get engaged. I kind of wanted to, but I kept worrying because he's 7 years younger than me. So what he didn't know, when I went out for a walk, I actually went out and bought a ring, and that's when I proposed. It was probably about April.
You didn't really propose. You threw the ring at me and said, there you go.
I did. But it was a nice ring.
For their wedding, Robert and James will be having a ceremony near the sea, followed by a reception in a local restaurant. Their budget is £4,500.
Our brothers and sisters have all had like weddings in the UK. We didn't want anything that big or that formal, so we decided Cyprus.
We were just trying to find somewhere where we'd actually do a same-sex wedding easily. Ibiza was one, this was one where we could actually go and have it done.
So the theme of the wedding is colour. I love colour.
It will be rainbow-themed, it will be pride-ish, it will look like a pride parade, but we wanted people to know who we are and where we are, so that's all what we were going for.
Yeah.
It's only 3 days to the wedding, and planner Jo is off to join her colleague Sarah and meet Robert and James for the first time.
This year has been a season of very romantic, soft shades of nude, cream, ivory, and now I've got James and Robert coming in with a rainbow theme, which I'm so excited about. And they've just sort of given myself and Sarah the running of the wedding, basically, in terms of wedding decoration. Kalimera, Sass. You OK, James? Raring to go?
Anxious.
Anxious,
Nervous.
OK.
They've got more reason than most to be nervous, as Joe's been in total control of their wedding, from choice of venue to cake.
OK, let's go.
And even decorations. Robert and James have only seen photos.
You've got to put your wedding goggles on. Imagine it dressed and all the rest of it. At the moment, it's just a blank space. So this is a fabulous venue in terms of what you guys were after, something more laid back and just all about it being outdoors.
Picturing the venue dressed for an intimate ceremony is going to take a lot of imagination.
So, like I say, just a blank area, but at least you know it's covered. You've got the beautiful view, the same, and your table setup will be here. It's all round tables.
It's all round table.
Does it meet what
Yes,
the pictures and the
very
expectations?
much. Even better than the pictures.
Good.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be this close to the sea. This is
Did you
brilliant.
really?
No.
That's one big worry out of the way. Next, the couple's unusual choice of wedding colours.
I was thinking how excited I am because your wedding is different. You've not had a same-sex wedding this year. I don't know why. Last year we had 2 ladies, and so I'm just like, yeah, we've got a Mr. and Mr. But also your colours. All the rainbow colours and ideas.
Tacky but tasteful.
It's not tacky.
It's not tacky.
Honestly, it's
it's
not
lovely.
tacky. It's really vibrant, lovely.
Going all out on the rainbow theme, Joe's ordered a multicoloured macaroon tower instead of a traditional wedding cake. There's just one problem.
What is a macaroon?
It's a nut base, but also a bit meringue, isn't it?
So it is like a meringue.
Yeah, it's fluffy.
You've never had macaroons ever before? Never?
Never.
Tried a macaroon?
Very true.
Well, it's all about, you know, how it looks as well. So, and then I'm sure you're going to love them.
There's a final issue to flag that's out of Joe's control.
With the photographs, the one thing that we can't do anything about is sunburn.
Yes.
I know, that is my biggest
it's
worry
the
at the
nightmare
moment.
of a photographer. So please, till Wednesday, we've got 2 days. Factor, eye and the hat.
At least somebody else agrees with me. This is what my biggest worry is.
We have been worried about burning, I must admit, because we are not. We are pasty white through and through. We burn. Doing it here was probably a huge mistake.
Never mind the baking sun. There's the tricky matter of the wedding cake.
I've never had a couple who haven't tasted their wedding cake before or even know a macaroon, so they've just gone completely wild, and what can we do? We just have to wait and see.
Coming up, there's high expectations to meet.
Rainbow colour scheme's not something I've actually done before.
And another planner forecasts a big problem.
I've never yet had to do a wedding in the rain.
It's the day before Danielle and Anthony's seafront bar wedding in Larnaca. And from her base on the other side of Cyprus, planner Vicky is working hard to make sure everything goes smoothly.
I've organised pretty much all the services for them. So we've got photographer, videographer, we've got fireworks for their first dance, the booking for the taxi, for the bridesmaids. It's just making sure that the suppliers get there. It's the distance thing, I think, that will concern me.
It's Vicky's first ever wedding in Larnaca, and she's having to work with a few new suppliers.
Yeah, there's always going to be that little bit of anxiety, a little bit of nervousness about working that side of the island.
To help her relax, Danielle and her bridesmaids head out on the town in Larnaca.
I'm going to have chicken.
No, I'm having the pepper steak.
She needs to keep everything calm on the day, as stress can trigger her Crohn's disease.
My main concern on the day is obviously I am going to be stressed, I am going to be worked up, and I am going to be very nervous, so that's a big thing. But my bridesmaids are going to be extremely important. They are going to be there from the very start to keep me calm, keep me cool, collected.
So, for Danielle to have her dream wedding, it's vital there's no last-minute problems to stress her out.
To Danielle. I think we're going to get everywhere.
Planner Joe is organising James and Robert's ceremony near the sea in Paphos. The grooms are still working out how to dodge the sun.
My biggest concern is being horribly sunburned before the big day. And of course, I've got no hair. Sunbeams down, it's like baby skin on the top of my head. It burns straight away, and I think the last thing I want from my wedding photos is a horrible, peeling, sunburnt head.
We might need to get a hat for the wedding. Problem is, it needs to match the outfit.
I'd love hat shopping for you. Pick the most awfulest ones imaginable. You could be a sailor. That'd look cool.
That's true. That's true. I always think I'm fine, and I've put factor 50 all over my head and everything else like that, but this is where I got caught out, because the sun's not bright, but I wake up in the morning and I will be burnt. And it peels straight away. It's terrible.
I think flowery is the main theme. Flowery and colourful. I did see one. This one. It'll match my waistcoat, honestly. I think it'll go very well. Or this one. They scream wedding. I think I've done like so many shops picking out the correct outfit that with being in Cyprus, it's a bit limited on what we've got available to us. So I just think that's my main worry. I think you should wear this, you know?
Really?
Despite the hot Cyprus sun, they still haven't made a decision on a hat they like.
They've got the bird cages, haven't they?
In her office, Jo and assistant Sarah are finalising the decorations for James and Robert's wedding. But matching the unusual rainbow theme is proving tricky.
With the organza bows, maybe 12, 3 or 4 together, and then make a double,
and put the
do a
bows
double
on.
pom-pom on it.
Okay, and that will go.
That'll tie it in
more
with the
blingy
flowers
with the
on the
colours.
table.
The challenge today is working out how the venue's decorations match the rainbow theme.
Right, sachets. Okay, so definitely need a nice yellow. So I'll take those. The red and the green, all in this really soft voile, which is what we're after. We're after a flowy effect. We want the wedding to look tasteful, we want it to look elegant. It could be quite easy to get carried away with the rainbow theme because you've got all these wonderful colours. But we've just selected a few of the main colours, a few of the ones that really stand out, and we're going to stick with those.
Based in Paphos, 54-year-old Sharon Mazura has been making the most of planning weddings in the sun for over 2 decades.
Emma, you're with me. Boys, can I have a tray, please? Alex needs just to go into position.
Specialising in luxury yacht weddings, Sharon and her team arrange hundreds of marriages a year.
Yacht weddings are everybody's dream wedding. You're out eating al fresco, you've got the sun, you've got the sunset, you're cruising the Med. Is there really anything better? Pasta with fresh cream and mushrooms. After 22 years, you might think that you've gone a little bit stale. No, I just get so excited.
Stuff your pockets with tissues.
Every time it's a wedding, it's like it's my own. And it's an absolute passion. I love it.
Arriving at their 5-star hotel in Paphos are Sharon's next wedding couple, 27-year-old builder Kenny and his bride-to-be, 23-year-old Kate, who's a support worker.
Hello.
They've booked a luxury yacht wedding with Sharon for a budget of £10,000.
Whoa. Nice room, isn't it?
We've been together 4 and a bit years.
4 years and 3 months. We used to work in a restaurant together. You used to think I didn't like you, did you?
Yeah, he used to blank us and he wouldn't speak to us and he used to throw ice cubes at us and I was like, what's his problem? Like, what have I done? And it turns out it's because he fancied us.
Ah, babe, look at that view. That's amazing.
Just 13 months after Kenny plucked up the courage to ask Kate out, he popped an even bigger question.
Went back to the pub where your mum and dad were and then we told them and then your mum started crying and your dad was scared, are you sure, son? I was like, oh, thanks very much. You were there? Cheers.
Thank you.
Kate and Kenny?
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you.
I know, lovely to meet you too.
With only a week until the big day, Sharon's organised a planning session and sent colleague Jodie to pick them up.
Right, over there.
We've got Kenny and Kate's first meeting today. We need to organise everything to work absolutely perfectly.
Just jump in then.
Okey-dokey.
Kenny and Kate's wedding is one of my larger weddings, so lots of things going on.
It's at this first meeting where Sharon should be able to talk about every fine detail. But today, she needs to be careful, because this is a wedding with a secret round every corner.
I've arranged a surprise for Kenny for the wedding day. He doesn't know anything about it. He's having the speedboat entrance to the yacht.
Kenny is going to arrive with his best man, just like 007.
I don't know what his reaction will be. He won't know anything about it. I don't think he'll see it coming at all.
Hello, darling.
But it's not just Kate who's been keeping secrets. As unbeknown to his wife-to-be, Kenny's upgraded from a smaller boat to Sharon's £10 million yacht.
I've upgraded us because I think she deserves it. She's had, like, quite a rough time the last couple of years. And it's just been hard. Sorry.
For the last 2 years, Kate and Kenny have been trying for a baby.
Just to see her face light up when she gets, obviously, on the yacht and stuff like that. And I think she'll, like, really appreciate it. And I think she'll be really happy. Yeah.
Now, the couple have exciting news to share.
So we've got some extra news, hasn't there?
Yeah.
There's going to be an extra passenger on board.
You're pregnant, aren't you?
Yes, yeah.
With all the couple have been through, wedding godmother Sharon wants to make sure everything goes to plan.
Have you sent it over a list, or you just want general wedding music from start to finish, a bit of upbeat and a little bit okay?
Like a bit of everything, don't we?
But there's more secrets to be kept.
Okay, so just to confirm, then you do have the first dance by
Yes.
And did you say that was a surprise to your guests or not?
To most of them.
Most of them, okay. Is that all right?
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, lovely, and it's absolutely...
But with 6 days to go until the wedding, keeping all those secrets under wraps could be a big challenge. It's just 24 hours before Robert and James tie the knot by the sea in Paphos. They're on a secret mission to a wedding cake shop.
And we've come to try some macaroons. As neither of us have ever had one before, so it should be an experience.
Really unsure. Yeah. It depends. It's more the texture. I really don't like meringue, so I hope they're not like that.
They put Planner Joe in charge, but instead of choosing a traditional cake, she's picked a rainbow-themed alternative from British expat baker Joe. If Robert and James don't like it, it'll be back to square one with the cake.
At the wedding meeting, we found out that neither James or Robert had actually tasted a macaroon before, and this was their wedding cake. It's a tower of macaroons. So we were a little bit shocked because, you know, what if they don't even like a macaroon?
So these are some of the flavours that you've got. Lemon, passion fruit, pistachio, blueberry. This one's actually chocolate with cherry brandy, so I hope you like them.
Time for the all-important taste test.
To have a change so last minute could be really quite disastrous.
So what did you think?
Honestly, Joe, they were amazing.
Oh, thank you.
It's nicer than we thought they were going to be.
Oh, really?
As I say, before we came, we didn't even know whether that they were different flavours.
So you're looking forward to having them again tomorrow?
Very much.
Yes, definitely.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So the cake's a winner. Now Planner Joe just has to make sure the rainbow-themed wedding is just as tasteful. As the big day dawns for Robert and James, Planner Joe and colleague Sarah have just an hour and a half to set up and decorate before the groom and groom arrive.
When when it comes to multicoloured schemes, you don't need an awful lot of extra bits on the tables. You want to keep it simple and let the colours do their thing.
The pressure's also on for them to make the rainbow theme tasteful and not tacky.
Rainbow colour scheme's not something I've actually done before, but now that I've seen it, I'm actually really liking it.
Everything done? It's time for Robert and James's big moment.
You've never done this before. Stealing Dad's thunder.
I'm just so laid back, you know? Go with the flow.
With both their mums proudly walking their sons down the aisle, Robert and James's 7-year relationship is now about to begin a new chapter.
I'm delighted to be here with you today to help James and Robert celebrate their marriage. James, if you'd like to repeat after me. I promise to love you without judgment.
I promise to love you without judgment.
To cherish you without captivity.
Treasure you without captivity.
To honour you with every action I take.
To honour you with every action I take.
To be faithful in everything I do.
To be faithful in everything I do.
These promises.
These promises.
I make to you.
I make to you.
To honour the trust.
To honour the trust.
Faith and love.
Faith and love.
That you have invested in me.
That you have invested in me.
Well done. You may now seal with a kiss.
That's such a good job. See, just walking around the corner and seeing how nice the decorations are, it was absolutely incredible.
The ceremony and its decorations have been a big success. Now all that's needed is for the macaroon cake to live up to expectations.
That's better. Perfect.
Coming up, transport troubles for one planner.
I ordered a 6-seater limo and I've got a van.
And will being too laid back backfire for one groom.
Kenny hasn't even wrote his speech yet, you know.
He hasn't wrote his speech?
No.
By the sea in Paphos, newlyweds Robert and James are celebrating with friends and family. But planner Joe's main concern is keeping Robert's head out of the sun for those all-important photos.
Hey, Robert, I've got a little present for you.
That is amazing.
Not just a normal hat, because I thought it's going to be super fussy.
You got designer.
I got you a designer hat. Try it on, let's have a look.
And it fits.
Well, now you can mingle in the sun.
Oh, there we go.
No.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad you like it.
It means a lot.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Well, you go off and enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Sue.
Have a drink.
While Robert enjoys some of the rainbow cocktails, the Macaroon Tower wedding cake has arrived.
People are going to be like, what is it? It's going to create a little bit of a conversation, I think, because it is so different for a wedding cake.
The happy couple are about to see it for the first time in all its glory.
Over here. Look up for me.
Double trouble.
Hello.
So what do you think?
It is amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really
Because I
love
did
it.
hear you sneaked off without telling said wedding.
Did you not know?
You sneaked off. You went tasting macaroons, didn't you?
I know. Oh my God. Got to say, your idea on it was amazing. I've never seen anything like this before.
No, I haven't. We've had wedding cakes with macaroons, but we haven't had a full macaroon,
Just macaroon,
wedding
yeah.
cake, so that is fabulous. Different, colourful.
No,
It's
that is good.
definitely you two.
It was absolutely amazing, to be honest. It was absolutely incredible.
I think even though it was colourful, it was tasteful. The colours went well with each other and it's sticking to the same theme. It's not here, there and everywhere. So
We've
just
got-
nice rainbow, bright colours, as you
Not
can
tacky,
see.
that's
Yeah.
But it was really nice walking down the aisle because I know it meant as much to our mums as it meant to us in a way. Because it's normally the father giving
Yeah,
them away, and
so-
you know this was their chance to
Do it.
walk down the aisle and shine. They were really, really pleased.
The biggest stress for this particular wedding for James and Robert was definitely the decoration, because I know they've got high expectations on things, but I definitely think we've nailed it. The colours stood out against the beautiful white, so it's classy, as well as the rainbow, vibrant colours. So I'm really, really pleased.
Over on the east coast of Cyprus in Larnaca, it's the morning of Danielle and Anthony's big day, and planner Vicky is getting the luxury seafront venue ready.
Hi, Jonathan. Oh, yeah, you asked me where it was going to, didn't you? No, the reason why we changed it was because there was too many people to fit in the bar at the hotel. All right, speak to you later. Bye. Each one of these little dream catchers has got the table plan on it, so it's got who's sitting on what table. So this is D. It's one of those jobs where sometimes, you know, things are left to the last minute and you have to do things under pressure. Can't remember what's in that lot as well. I'm now putting the letters on each of these centerpieces so everyone can tell what table this is. Got 2 hours to get everything done. Beautiful. Right, I've got a dash.
Vicky's on her way back to the hotel where the bridesmaids are ready to leave. But there's been an issue with the transport.
No, I asked for a 6-seater Mercedes, the stretch Mercedes, normal Mercedes, not a minivan. The girls are ready to get in the car now. I ordered a 6-seater limo, normal saloon car, and I've got a van. So, one thing that's gone wrong.
But the bridesmaids need to leave for the ceremony, and there's no time to wait for a new car. With the guests gathering at the venue and time running out, Anthony knows Danielle will be feeling the pressure.
It's very important to have a bridesmaid with her by her side, especially today, you know, because she'll be worrying about a lot of things. So hopefully it'll take a lot of pressure off her.
Gang down, mate.
I know, yeah.
So all Anthony can do now is wait and hope that his bride Danielle makes it to the ceremony on time and that the stress won't be too much for her. In Paphos, planner Sharon is organising a luxury yacht wedding for bride and groom-to-be, Kenny and Kate. Sharon's arranged a hair trial with stylist Dee, but it's not just her hair Kate's worried about.
Kenny hasn't even wrote his speech yet, you know.
He hasn't wrote his speech?
No, he's just so laid back, like, I don't think it even bothers him. Like, my dad's wrote his speech, his best man is like, took like a year to write his speech.
Yeah.
Kenny was like, oh, it's in my head, man, it's fine. I was like, it's no good in your head, it needs to be on paper. You have to do it.
Do you think you'll freeze on the day?
I don't know.
Everyone keeps saying to us, you've got to write your speech and stuff like that, but there's no rush for it. I mean, there's 3 days left. When you're out here and you've got like all your surroundings and stuff, it's red hot, the bar's just there, you can just laze about a bit.
Kate and Kenny have paid for a luxury coach to pick up their friends and family from the airport.
Hi, ça va?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
But first, it needs to pass planner Sharon's inspection.
This coach is a nice surprise that Kate and Kenny have decided to do for the guests. The reaction I'm waiting for from the guests is, wow. We've got a bin, which is not ideal to be here. Has to be down, away from the hygiene. It's not acceptable for this just to be hanging around. When the coach goes round a corner, what's going to happen to it? Not happy about these being on show. The glasses should be out, not to see all the plastics.
The coach can't leave until Sharon's happy.
So if you can come down to the garage. Okay, thank you. Bye.
With Kate and Kenny's guests about to land, Sharon summoned employee Julie to get it sorted.
Just hop on board and have a look. We've got to get it done, and the clock is ticking. Just in the nick of time, we have 15 minutes. It's absolutely gleaming and to my standards.
But the luxury coach isn't the only surprise of the wedding. Bride Kate is unaware groom Kenny has planned an upgrade to a £10 million luxury yacht.
Hey.
Meanwhile, Kenny is still in the dark about the surprise speedboat Kate's booked to take him to the ceremony.
Kate and Kenny's wedding relies on these surprises. None of the surprises have leaked out yet, although I must say there's a lot of pressure on us to make sure it doesn't. Every person that is involved in that wedding, and believe me, there's going to be a lot of them, will understand and know that none of these surprises have got to get out. We've gone so far, we cannot let them get out.
But keeping mum is a bit of a challenge for the bride.
I did tell his best man last night when they arrived, and I told my dad as well, and hey, I'm quite tempted to tell Kenny, just find it hard to keep a secret from him.
But it turns out the bride spilling the beans isn't the only thing that could ruin Kenny's surprise.
I'm just checking the weather. It's got a cloud with rain.
Which could mean cancelling Kenny's speedboat entrance.
Oh my God.
Coming up, bad weather blues for one bride.
I just started crying when I opened the curtains this morning.
Getting attacked by that.
And there's hassle with the tassels at another wedding.
You start walking, but just go slow then, because then by the time you get there, they'll have cut it down.
In Cyprus, it's the morning of Kate and Kenny's luxury yacht wedding. But it's far from the sunny day they were expecting.
The weather this morning when I woke up, it was lashing down in Cyprus. Can you believe that? I think Kate will probably have had a little hissy fit about it.
I just started crying when I opened the curtains this morning. I was like, oh my God, we've been here like 10 days. And today's the day it's decided to rain.
Not the kind of situation planner Sharon's used to.
Lot of lilies not opened, simply due to the weather. Having been here 23 years, I've never yet had to do a wedding in the rain. Could this be the first one? What we could do is maybe put them outside a little bit so it will open a little bit before we go.
But it's not just the flowers that are a problem. The speedboat Kate booked to surprise groom Kenny might have to be cancelled.
I spoke to Kate this morning. You can see that she was a little bit worried. You could hear it in her voice, definitely. The worst case scenario will be we will miss out on the speedboat.
And that's not all. Sharon's had a call from her yacht's captain.
He's been in contact due to the weather today. If the winds get too strong, the marine police will not allow us out to sail.
Which could mean the £10 million mega yacht Kenny's booked as a surprise for Kate won't leave the harbour.
We can't change the sea, we can't flatten it, we can't iron it out, so we have to go with the flow.
In Larnaca, it's the day of Danielle and Anthony's beachfront wedding, organised by planner Vicky.
I've never sat down in this dress.
Stress can trigger Danielle's Crohn's disease.
I'm in.
Okay.
But today, she's feeling in control.
I've been calmer than anybody else. The girls have been complaining about the hair and they've been flapping and everyone said, I can't believe how calm you are. We're here.
Oh, this is it.
Getting married, Dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask you to take your seats, please. We have a bride.
Oh, it's warm.
Getting attacked by that.
With just minutes before the bride starts her journey down the aisle, one of the Dreamcatcher decorations is bothering the groom.
I think it's nailed on. Can you maybe just... Has anyone got a bobble? Hey, do you want to keep hold of it? No. Hey, do you want to keep hold of it?
The bridesmaids are gathering, and time is running out to tame the tassel.
You start walking, but just go slow then, because then by the time you get there, they'll have cut it down.
I'm glad you didn't fall over. Absolutely stunning.
Danielle Tarafoli.
Danielle Tarafoli. I promised to buy you birthday cake when you're feeling down. And I promise to always be faithful and always love you.
You are my everything, and I cannot wait to start our lives together as husband and wife. I love you, Anthony Harker.
Do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife until death obviously separates you?
I do.
Danielle Tarafoli. Do you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Well, that's it then. I haven't got much else to say than to pronounce you man and wife.
So far, so good. Danielle's condition hasn't upset her day.
Making sure that my Crohn's disease was in check today was always going to be a stressful situation. But so far, I think we're about 4 hours in and I haven't needed to go to the bathroom yet. I've just been calm as anything and it's just, I've actually had the chance to enjoy myself. You cried?
Yeah, I cried a little. Yeah, everything turned out fine. Danielle's happy, so, you know, that's all I hope for pretty much.
It's everything that I imagined, everything that I wanted, but it was actually made better by being so relaxed. There was just such a laid-back feel and everybody said that they really, really enjoyed it.
Spoke to her earlier and I said, are you happy with everything? And she said, it looks amazing, Vicky. So it's been a brilliant day.
In Paphos, the weather's turned, and things are looking brighter for Kate and Kenny's high-end yacht wedding.
The sun's out, I'm happy. Yay. Blue skies. And we'll see me skipping before outside. I was like a little kid at Christmas, I was so excited.
Rain stopped, the speedboat surprise is back on for Kenny, and the mega yacht he's booked to surprise Kate looks like it can sail.
Does everybody know their positions today? You're at the hotel, you're at the hotel, then you're coming down? Yes. OK.
Just over 2 hours left for planner Sharon and her team to keep the surprises under wraps.
Whatever happens, yeah, in your minds, it's the original yacht. Don't let it slip out.
At the hotel, as bride Kate finishes getting ready,
what are you doing, Trish?
The surprise for her husband-to-be is underway, as Kenny and his best man are collected to be taken to the jetty, where the secret speedboat is waiting.
Kenny has no idea about the speedboat, so everything's hush-hush.
Down by the water, it's best man Anthony who can finally spill the beans.
Speedboat? Speedboat time?
No way. Is that speedboat for me? Oh, it's amazing. Kate's pulled the absolute blinder here, like.
I'm surprised she's kept it from you, to be honest, because I know what she's like with surprising.
She knows I love anything fast, anything manly. This is going to be mint. Just blitzing over to there, cheering everyone on the way and that.
When Kenny was coming in on the speedboat, it was amazing. Wow, wow, what an entrance.
Now for bride Kate's surprise, the unexpected upgrade.
That's your surprise! Oh, darling!
Oh, bless.
Oh, darling! Nice or what? What's going on? Not just you can have surprises, you know.
When I pulled up, I didn't have a clue what was going on, and then just amazing.
OK, ladies and gentlemen, if you can all be upstanding now, please. Thank you.
Surprise is over.
Oh, she looks gorgeous.
Groom Kenny finally gets to see his beautiful bride for the first time.
I call upon all persons here present.
I call upon all persons here present to witness I, Kenneth Sean Dunleavy, accept you, Kate Amy Tilly,
As my lawful spouse.
as my lawful spouse.
You sure?
Mm.
Yeah.
To love and to share with you.
To love and to share with you. Moments of joy and sorrow.
Wealth and poverty.
Wealth and poverty. Throughout our lives until death do separate us.
As from this moment, I pronounce you husband and wife.
With not a dry eye in the house, planner Sharon's the first to congratulate the happy couple.
I can't tell you how much relief I have that it all paid off.
The boat is let safely out of the harbour, in good time for groom Kenny's last-minute speech.
You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you.
Kenny's speech. You done a really good job considering how quick you wrote it.
There's another little Dunleavy on the way. Getting married and a baby, which is what we've always wanted. So can you raise a glass to my beautiful wife, Katie?
They wear their heart on their sleeve, both of them. They're going to go a long way.
It's just been amazing, hasn't
Yeah.
it? Been really full of surprises, this wedding. I'm glad to finish now, though. No more surprises.
No more surprises.
A job very well done. And hey-ho for the next one.
Next time,
Stop, stop.
there's no room to spare.
She's not got room. The bride's not got room now.
A bride mounts a mare,
Okay, just sit up tall,
Okay.
smile and breathe, and off we go.
and for one planner, the voice of despair.
No voice. Great.
I've never seen Ange like this, never so quiet.